Hello all, I am Nidhi Sonkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Applied Sciences and Humanities, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti Language University, Lucknow. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss a new topic, that is organizational communication. So, before discussing organizational communication, let us know the meaning of communication. Communication is the flow of information, ideas, emotions, thoughts, feelings from one person to another person. And the essence of communication is the decoding of the message. If the message which I am sending to the receiver, and he or she is not able to retain the message in the same sense, then the whole process of communication will be distorted. So it is very important for one to understand the message in the same sense as has been given by the sender. Now coming to organizational communication, we have already know the meaning of communication. So the flow of information, thoughts, feelings, data which has been communicated in an organization or outside the organization also, that is known as organizational communication. Organizational communication takes place, as we know, within the organization or outside the organization. So all the members of the organization, like the top level management, middle level management, lower level management, everyone has been included in the organizational communication. Why I am saying this? Because executives has to report their seniors for the work they have been doing, for the task they have been accomplishing. They have to report to their seniors. The seniors have to report their managers or their CEO. Different kinds of report. It could be financial reports, it could be latest marketing trends of their marketing strategy, different kind of things, different kinds of activities which that organization is actually concerning about. Okay, moving further, organizational communication. There are different kinds of communication which goes into an organization. It is formal communication and informal communication. Formal communication is the communication which goes between formal authorities. Formal authorities like members, executives, managers, CEO. If they have to discuss anything, that will become into formal communication. And different ways of formal communication is oral communication and written communication. In oral communication, we are doing face-to-face communication, we are doing telephonic communication, we are doing formal presentations, and in written communication, we are writing letters, we are writing memorandums, we are giving hard copies of reports, we are presenting the graphs, chart and data to our seniors for presenting the actual trends which are going in the organization. And the next thing is organizational communication is not only the thing which is going into any corporate organization. Organizational communication is something which is going on between even the other corporate organizations like hospitals, like hotels, like railway stations, means anything which is directly or indirectly related to the workplace of a person, that will be an organizational communication. We have discussed organizational communication, we have discussed formal and informal, that is the types of communication. Now we are moving further to forms of communication. In an organization, there are mainly three forms of communication. Number one is internal operational communication, external operational communication, and personal communication. One by one, we are going to discuss all these three communications in a very brief form. Internal operational communication. As the name suggests, internal. Internal means something which is inside the organization only. So internal communication which happens within the organization, within the office premises, within the organization, like the conversation, the communication which occurs between the employees, the directors, the CEOs, the employees of different department like financial department to marketing department to research and development department, research R&D department to human resource department, means the communication which actually happening between the different departments of organization, but it is within the organization only. Directors are having their own levels, managers are having their own levels, CEOs are having their own levels, trade unions and other labor organizations, that all will be coming under the internal communication, internal operational communication. Operation means every communication which is happening in an organization will be related to the work only. They are not having personal communication. The every communication will be directly or indirectly will be related to the workplace only. This type of organization communication, as I have discussed, internal communication will even in written form or in oral form. In written, they will be in the form of letters, they will be in the form of memorandums, etc. And in oral, there will be a telephonic communication, there will be a video conferencing, there will be a conferencing, like this. Okay. Now moving further. External operational communication. External operation communication is a kind of communication which is happening outside the organization. Now, outside the organization, outside the organization we are doing communication? Like all those members, all those stakeholders which are directly or indirectly associated with our organization. For example, shareholders. They are also the members of the organization, but they are not the internal members of the organization. They are the external. Suppliers. The supplier who is providing raw material to the organization, to the business for production, is also the external party. And even the customers also the external parties to the communication, because whole soul whatever the organization is doing, it is for their customers also. So it is very important to maintain the proper communication from the members which are outside the organizations also, because they are giving their input, and whatever the companies are doing, that is for them also. So it is also very important for an organization to maintain a proper communication with the external members also. Now, the personal communication. Not every communication which happens in an organization is formal. There are some communication which happens in an organization which is informal, means personal to the employees. Like if I give a perfect word to this word, then they are called as grapevine communication. What is grapevine communication? Grapevine communication means the communication which employees are doing between themselves, and it is have nothing to do with the workplace. Means they are gossiping, they are even planning any strategy, planning any party which is somehow not related to the organization's work, organization productivity, not going to give any input to the organization, but the communication is happening within the organizations only. The employees of the organizations are having this communication, and grapevine communication is the communication which is very important. Why I am saying this? Because grapevine communication can change the whole strategy of the corporates. Because if employees are not supporting their seniors, not following the strategy of their organization, then it will be very harmful for the organization. So personal communication is also having its relevancy in their organization. So this was all for today's video. Hope you have got all the points related to organizational communication. We will be meeting further for our next video. Till then, thank you.